Hello, I'm Dylan Walters, Executive Vice President of Hanson Roof Tile. I want to be one of the first to welcome you to the Hanson family. At Hanson, we understand that starting any new job can be unsettling, and we want to make that process as easy as possible. This short video will help you get a feel for your new position and Hanson's commitment to a safe workplace. Here at Hanson, safety is a non-negotiable core value. There is no task you will undertake or assignment you will be given that's so important that it can't be done safely. Safety is given top priority. Everybody working in this company needs to think, believe and embrace safety. You have a responsibility to pay very close attention to this video. If you have any questions, regardless of how insignificant you think they may be, please ask your supervisor.
Hanson Roof Tile manufacturing facilities include Deerfield Beach, Hobe Sound, Fort Myers, Ocala, and Sanderson, Florida, Lulling, Texas, Tucson, Arizona, and Fontana and Dixon, California. Each plant has its own degree of uniqueness, but all exist for one main purpose: to produce the finest concrete roof tile available today. This is a floor diagram of the Hobe Sound plant with some key locations highlighted, such as the administrative office area, manufacturing areas, and shipping area. You can also see the area for employee parking. Hobe Sound has two production lines, a main line and a trim line. The main production line is comprised of a batch plant where the concrete is mixed, a tile machine where the tiles are actually produced, and a racking system where the tiles are stacked and then kiln dried. A conveyor system ties it all together. After drying, the tiles are placed back on the conveyor system where they are sprayed with a sealer, stacked, and ready for shipment. The finished tiles are stored on pallets in the shipping yard, awaiting transportation to the customer via tractor trailer. Although on a smaller scale, the trim line operates in much the same way, with the major differences being the tiles themselves and the fact that they are air dried on racks instead of being kiln dried. As Executive Vice President Walters mentioned at the beginning of this video, a healthy and safe work environment is fundamental to Hanson's successful business operations. There are numerous safe work practices common to every Hanson facility. We'll highlight some of those safe work practices in this video. However, this video is not a replacement for the Hanson Employee Safety Handbook or the monthly safety training meetings. If you ever have any questions regarding working safely, please refer to the Hanson Employee Safety Handbook or your supervisor. Do not continue any operation when you believe it's not safe to do so. Although not probable, the possibility exists that a mandatory evacuation could occur. Since all of the emergency exit doors and routes in your plant are clearly marked, it's your responsibility and in your best interest to know exactly where these doors and routes are. Please familiarize yourself with them. Should the need arise in which you do need to evacuate immediately, follow one of these routes promptly and orderly. You are then to assemble at a predefined location previously specified by your plant manager. As an employee of Hanson Roof Tile, you are responsible for following all of Hanson Roof Tile's guidelines to prevent any type of fire on the company property. These guidelines are specifically outlined in the Hanson Employee Safety Handbook. Portable fire extinguishers are located at various key points throughout the plant. You need to know where these fire extinguishers are and how to use them in case of fire. In the event of a fire, use the proper portable fire extinguisher and/or follow the established evacuation procedure. It's mandatory that all employees working beyond the office areas wear approved safety hard hats, approved safety glasses with side shields, and approved safety shoes. And if you work in an area that has sustained noise levels above 85 decibels, you must wear approved hearing protection. In addition to the mandatory personal protective equipment, PPE, you may be required to wear specialized PPE. A detailed explanation of these various tasks and specialized PPE may be found in the Hanson Employee Safety Manual. You will not be required to use any specialized PPE without proper training. If your job involves operating a forklift, and you have been trained by Hanson to do so, the use of seat belts is mandatory. Hanson Roof Tile has a lockout-tagout policy that must be strictly followed. It exists to prevent the use of a machine or a machine part that could unexpectedly move, fall, or in some way be energized and subsequently cause injury. Locks and tags are only issued to employees who perform maintenance or service operations. Federal law and Hanson policy prohibit you from using, removing, or tampering with any lock or tag except the lock or tag that is issued to you. In all of Hanson's roof tile production plants, there are emergency cutoff switches strategically located along both the main and trim tile production lines. These are to be used in case of an emergency or a malfunction with the production line itself. In addition to the cutoff switches, there is an emergency all-stop cord that runs along the entire conveyor belt systems. Pulling on this cord will cause the entire production line to immediately stop. Therefore, this is to be used only in case of an extreme emergency. As you can see, manual labor is a large part of the tile production lines. However, automated machinery is also equally as important. Many of these automated machines start and stop without warning, such as in this stacking system. It's imperative that you don't tamper with any machine guards or otherwise place your hands or other items into any of this machinery. Immediate and severe injury could result. Forklifts are used extensively throughout the roof tile plants and usually move along pre-established routes. In many cases, the forklift operator may not be able to see you, even though you may see the operator. Please be aware of these traffic patterns and try to avoid them. Since forklifts are often operated in reverse, please use caution if you must walk in any of these routes and be aware of the backup alarms. If you are walking or working on or above a surface near potentially dangerous equipment, you must ensure that you are protected from falling into or onto the equipment by means of either a guardrail system, equipment guards, or a fall arrest system. Fall arrest systems must be used if you are walking 4 feet or more above the ground or to the next lower level. If your job requires you to handle chemicals, you have a right to know all the information concerning the hazardous properties of those chemicals. A list of those chemicals is available to you in a readily accessible binder, along with their respective material safety data sheets. Your shift foreman can answer any questions you have concerning the materials that you will be working with. There may come a time when you need to enter a confined space. A confined space is any space that you or another employee can bodily enter to perform work, has limited or restricted entry or exit, and isn't designed for continuous employee occupancy. Some typical examples of confined spaces are silos, storage bins, and hoppers. Never enter a confined space unless the plant manager or his designee approves your entry and all the hazards have been eliminated. Hanson has eliminated the need to enter most confined spaces and requires extensive safety precautions in the cases where entry is necessary. Alcohol, controlled substances, and firearms are strictly prohibited at Hanson Roof Tile. Possession and/or use of these items on Hanson property will be cause for immediate dismissal.
We're proud of what we do at Hanson and how we do it. Our operations involve an unavoidable interaction between man and machine. The information presented to you in this video is absolutely critical to your safety and to the safety of those around you. Make no mistake about it, safety is job one. Each of us has an obligation to ourselves, our families, and to our co-workers to arrive home in the same condition in which you left home. Welcome to the Hanson family.